If you're currently looking to or thinking about hiring within customer success, would it surprise you to hear that most customer success hires are typically wrong? Not bad people, just the wrong hire at the wrong time for the wrong problem. And I talk about this all the time. You shouldn't be hiring for job title. What problem are you trying to solve? And it quietly costs businesses a ton of money. And I see it all the time. Companies are hiring for a head of customer success when they don't even have repeatable onboarding, hiring CSMs when the real issue is product adoption, or blaming churn on people when it's actually process or product. There's just a lot of blaming and not a lot of what is the root cause of this. And it typically comes from the initial decision to make the wrong hire for your business and the stage that it's at. So you end up throwing salary at a problem that hiring was never actually going to fix in the first place. That's why I spent a bit of time playing around with some vibe coding, built role logic, and it's the same thinking process we go through when advising clients. We're just packaging it into something you can actually run yourself in a couple of minutes. So basically you put in your actual business context, so your ARR, your growth stage, your churn, your team structure, what's actually breaking in the business, and it tells you what you actually need to hire for next. And it might just validate that actually what you think is correct, or it might just challenge it and tweak it slightly. So not just a job title, but the right hire for your stage as a company. So what I'll do very quickly is I'm going to run a quick demo of this product. I'm going to make up all of the input because I just want to get to the kind of final screen. But I encourage you to spend 2 to 3 minutes if you're looking to hire, have a play around with it. I would love your feedback. And let's dive in. But you can find the link directly. It's rolllogic.co.uk. But jumping into it very, very quickly, you'll see what I mentioned previously. So company stage, retention and risk, team ownership, etc. So it gives the kind of overview of your organization, the information that we would typically need to advise you as a recruitment consultant. Obviously, we have a lot of experience in the GTM space. We built the company from customer success up. So we really understand, I guess, the information we need to say that role makes sense, or have you thought about the following? And really, we want to create something that enables us to do that at scale. And look, the ideal would be you go through this and think, yeah, let's have a further conversation. But it might just prompt some creative thinking around what you actually need to solve the problem within your organization that you're looking to fix through bringing some talent into the business. So quick fly through. I'm going to make all of this information up because I want to get through to the important bit, which is the results screen. So you see how kind of easy it is to use. Select what's applicable, work your way through, and then get your verdict. So I will just put some made up information in, head of CS, and it brings you through to the results page. Great. So what you'll see here is the report on all the information that you've just put in to the platform itself. And it's no surprise here because we just threw information in there. We are misscoped in terms of what we're looking to recruit for. So I, as the hiring manager, thought, we need to solve this problem right now in the business. We need to hire a director of customer success. And unfortunately, it doesn't agree with you. And it tells you why. So the stage you're at, you have 1,000 customers, 5 to 15K ACV, et cetera, et cetera. Here's a suggestion of the type of role you need to recruit for. So digital CS is the suggestion. Building one-to-many programs is the suggestion. And then if you actually start to scroll down, all of this information is in the report. It will start to break down for you the kind of reasons why, and a bit of a blueprint as to what the role should actually look like, what the role is responsible for the first 90 days, what you would expect the impact to be, different influences, what they should own, what the role is not responsible for, which I think is really important. It sort of creates the lines of responsibility and sets the foundations for a successful onboarding process for this type of individual, not to be pulled from pillar to post, particularly when you're in a smaller scale-up business. And this is the bit that I think is actually quite interesting. And when you're a hiring manager, you may have the budget but you do have to please multiple stakeholders. And if you're changing the requirement, if you need to ask for more budget, etc., then here's the sort of language you would use to justify that to certain individuals within the business. You know, the CEO cares about strategy and risk, CRO revenue impact, CFO money. But all that information is available in the report. So what I'd love you guys to do is play around with this. Give me some feedback. Drop me a note directly on LinkedIn. So go onto RollLogic and take the test. Download the report. Do you agree with the results? Does it help get the creative juices flowing around hiring? And yeah, I'd just love to get your thoughts and feedback. So yeah, go over to rolllogic.co.uk. It's completely free to use. And I would love to get your thoughts and feedback. Thanks so much.